Welcome. This is Zangler, the Tesla Semi Advocate, bringing you something a little different. So, I had a 2-day demo of the Tesla Cybertruck, and I've been delaying doing this voiceover probably because I wanted to do it right. But then I realized that I am not a serious reviewer of vehicles, and so I decided to not let the perfect get in the way of the good. So here we go. I'm just going to shoot from the cuff, give you a voiceover. This is a house. This is a hill behind my house in the desert. This is BLM land, and this is a fairly technical hill, not super bad. Most four-wheel drives would be able to make it up this hill, but this is what's spectacular. This four-wheel drive turning was one of the good. I thought about entitling my review "The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly." And so there's a little bit of good, there's a little bit of bad, and maybe some ugly depending on your personal taste. Anyway, being able to do this turn and back up and come back down this hill is only possible with the four-wheel turning of the Cybertruck. I can tell you that flying down the dirt roads to get to this spot, the suspension was tremendous. The power of this Cyberbeast was phenomenal. I'm comparing it to, and I told the representatives at Tesla in Reno that I had to have the Beast because I have the Plaid, and nothing but the Beast would tempt me. So the first time I went up this hill was slow. That's one way of testing the four-wheel drive capabilities, and the second time was fast. This is just some footage from behind my house and next to the Truckee Canal. That's not the official name for it, but they divert the Truckee River into this canal, and that's the spot where there's a tunnel. And my neighbor Jan is a very experienced off-roader, and he accompanied me, so that was pretty cool. One of the other places I did some testing was over at the Tesla Giga Semi factory drone launch location. And this is the drone landing after a flight, of which if you follow my channel or my posts, you'll have already seen it. And here is the drone landing in the back of the Cybertruck. Pretty cool. Kind of impressive about the drone. This was the return to home feature. Did not have to touch it. Noticed that these Mustangs were nearby.
Wondering if there really were Mustangs here at the Giga Nevada Semi.
So there really are Mustangs here
factory
out in the northern Nevada desert, and they roam all over Giga Nevada and the surrounding areas. And there's even bighorn sheep nearby that I've spotted many times on Electric Avenue. Again, this is about 11 minutes of my 2 days time with the Cyberbeast. All in all, I think it's an amazing vehicle. Some of the negatives were that if you don't put it in off-road mode, as soon as you get to a hill, it beeps like crazy, warning you that you're about to run into something. And if you put it in off-road mode, it only goes like 22.5 miles an hour. And there was a steep hill that I got stuck on because I didn't have it in off-road mode. And when I tried to accelerate to get some momentum, the software kicked in. So my suggestion to Tesla would be to not control this with software so much, but have a mode where an experienced off-roader can do what he wants. I want an off-road mode that doesn't have a speed limit. I would also like the ability to turn off rear wheel steering, because as I tried to back down this hill that I couldn't make it up, it was pretty sketchy because of the rear wheel steering. Say that 3 times fast. So those are some of my suggestions. Another suggestion is that if you buy the Cybertruck, you'd better be ready to get a lot of attention. And now some of it, sadly, is negative attention. But even before, you have to be the type of person that likes attention to buy this vehicle. It's kind of like when I had a Model X. I am not the kind of person who likes to draw attention to myself, especially. And I would anytime I opened the Falcon Wing doors, I was worried that people thought, well, I'm just trying to get attention. But anyway, that's just me. My point is that the pool of buyers who are comfortable with attention, that the Cybertruck, is limited. It limits the TAM, the total addressable market. I believe if they put the specs, the performance of this truck is phenomenal. And if they took a moment and rethought their approach, and like Elon said when he first announced it, he wasn't sure how popular it would be. At this point in time, I think if they put a more conventional body on it, it would open up a much larger total addressable market of people who don't want something as iconic and as unusual as this. This just shows the 4-wheel turning and just having some fun out at the Tesla Giga Semi drone launch location. And also one of the first times I've actually had the drone use the active track feature and follow the vehicle. Later on, you'll see some really good footage of that. That was the Tesla Semi Advocate. This is a really fun sequence where I went back to those hills the second day, and my neighbor Jan was not available, but I set the drone up to do active track, and I drove around a little bit. And now I am in off-road mode, so I don't have to hear the incessant beeping when I get to a hill. This video, this segment shows the incredible approach angle of the vehicle as I come down a very steep hill in a little bit. Anyways, here's the active track. The drone is doing its own thing. All I'm doing is driving. Here's that same hill. This is a wash leading up to that hill. And sometimes I put the vehicle inside the ruts, and sometimes I went out of the rut. The ride was phenomenal. My old F-250 would have been very truck-like ride, and this thing was very smooth. The suspension gets high marks for this kind of condition. In a minute here we're going to get to that hill that we saw previously, and you'll see the Cybertruck, the Cyberbeast, make an incredibly tight turn and then come down the hill where you can see the approach angle. There's the canal. Little look around. Over there is I-80 in the background. The Truckee River is that green belt. And the Pyramid Lake Reservation is in the background, is behind that. It's an interesting spot. There's a I-80, train tracks, canal, Truckee River, all converge. here I'm going up that hill. Behind me, behind you there is the hill that I couldn't make it up the other day. But look at this sharp turn. For a large vehicle, that's just amazing. That would be like a 5-point turn in my F-250. From the drone, you can't quite tell exactly how steep this is, but this is a pretty steep hill. And at the bottom, a lot of vehicles would scrape. And the Cybertruck has no problem. As you can see, that approach angle is pretty good. Anyway, I do hope you enjoy this brief summary of my demo with the Cyberbeast. Again, don't claim to be a professional vehicle reviewer, but that's just my take, and I hope you like it.